Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Farm Sim 25, and welcome back to our 4X Survival Challenge. That's right, our first time ever as a console gamer playing PC, and we're playing on Survival 4X, a 4X map. It is absolutely crazy. Uh, we have gotten so much accomplished already with cutting this massive field out in front of our house. I mean, look at it. Look at this, man. Look. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, well, Spartan, what are you doing? And why is your tractor back on the freaking lowboy? We just got the tractor. You can't be selling it already. You're right. I ain't selling it. Don't worry. We will be selling this, however. This brush hog is good, but it's tiny. And as we start to progress, we need to get bigger equipment. This was perfect for our little tractor. But now we got a little bit more horsepower, so now we can get a little bit bigger mower, right? And I have just the perfect idea. There is a double bar sickle mower, I think is what it is, just a double bar mower that is relatively cheap and is twice the working width of this thing and is going to be perfect for our little tractor. Well, our slightly bigger little tractor. So, without further ado, we need to sell this off. Now, there is no workshop. I was going to load this on the flatbed and take it in, but yeah, we're going to need to take the tractor so that we can grab the sickle bar, or the, whatever you want to call it, the double bar mower, and load it on here and bring it back over, because we're going to be cutting that other section that we talked about yesterday today. And hopefully we can get it all done quick enough. We can actually cut it and windrow it, and then maybe bale it in the episode after. But we'll see. But for now, we need to get rid of this. So let's get into our vehicles and find our Duvelsdorf. Yeah, this one. 40 horsepower, little 2-meter working width brush hog. It was great. Did its job. Fantastic. However, it got to go. So let's get rid of it. $2,429, that's all we're getting out of it, right? And so the next thing we're going to look at is in here. I can't remember if it was actually in here or not. I don't think it was. I think it's actually in the new equipment section. But I do want it so bad. But just want to give it a look. Yeah, there's nothing here. Unfortunate. Let's go to the new mowers. Where are you at? Mowers. There we go. Mowers. And we want the double. See, this Batwing would be amazing. But I don't think we're ready for that. That's a modded thing anyway. We don't want that just yet. That'll be in like a couple of upgrades from now. We can eventually get it, but we just don't have the horsepower right now. So instead, we're going to grab this double bar mower. It's only $5,000, but it's double the working width. Look at this thing. You got two little bars. They drop down, and it's offset, so it's going to be kind of like our baler. We want to kind of go in a circle around the outside with that facing in. It's going to be great. But I think this is the perfect little addition to the farm right now. It's going to give us a beautiful double. It's going to cut our mowing time in half, literally. Took us an hour and a half before. Now it's only going to take 45 minutes. That is a big deal. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab this. We'll keep it their normal colors. We don't need to do anything crazy. It's $5,000 and it's done. We just bought it. So let's go into town. By the way, I detached my plow and set it over there, so we don't have that heavy plow. Maybe that heavy plow was kind of holding us back a little bit. We can always attach it for the wintertime if we need to clear some roads and stuff. But for now, let's get this party rolling, shall we? Alright, we're going to cut straight across here. I had to look back and make sure that I strapped the tractor on. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I strapped it. But yeah, I had to remind myself. Is it just me, or is there like no sound from the engine of this truck right now? There we go. Uh-oh. Pull! Pull, truck! Pull! Oh, don't you dare stall out on me. You pole! You are going to get up this hill. Pull! Good thing we took that snowplow off. Lord have mercy. I was not expecting to struggle this much to get up this hill. Now, we know we had to get into the grass because we struggled before on that mud over there. But, I mean, she's making it. She's just not happy about it. She's like, what are you doing to me? I'm not meant to be pulling heavy loads like this. You'll make it and you'll like it. I ain't gonna lie though, she's struggling. Just a little bit. Let's get a little bit of speed here. There we go. Now we're cooking. There's something going on with the sound. Every time I zoom out a little bit, the sound disappears from the truck. I don't know what's going on there. But it's fine. We'll just stay in internal view for now. First person. Alright, we're going to cut across country and aim straight at those buildings, because that's where we need to go. But look at the interior of this. This is nice. It's not bad. Got all of our nice mirrors. We got our clock, which is actually real. It's like in-game clock. That's perfect. It's the little things in life, you know? Also, I should probably pay attention to our fuel situation. Probably ought to fuel up. Oh, there's the buildings. Almost drove past them. Weird. It's really throwing me off. All right. That being said, let's go ahead and fold that down. We'll unstrap the tractor. We got our brand new mower sitting over there. Look at that. Now here's the deal. Once again, it's not a big mower, but it's big enough that I'm worried that this poor little lowboy trailer ain't gonna be big enough. Hopefully it is. There's some weird stuff going on with the sound right now. Alright, let's pull up a little bit. Get her lined up a little better. There we go. Wow, it automatically attached. Well, that's nice. Alright, well, we still got to hook up the PTO. Let's see if this is actually working, because it wouldn't let me hook up the PTO and stuff. I mean, it seems to be working. Alright. As long as it works. Now the real question is, can we actually get this onto the trailer? I feel like it's going to be a little big. I might have to save, quit, and come back to see if that fixes the sound issue. The sound is throwing me off. Alright, come on, Spartan. Get her lined up. Seriously. Of course, then I force it, and then it goes off to the... Come on. Perfect. Alright. Really? You know what? Give me just a second, and I will fix this. Sometimes this do be happening. I hate using super strength for stuff like this, but Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. It's a lot bigger than I remembered. Apparently that's all the way up against it. Stop attaching! You turd. You turd! Stop doing that! There's got to be something in here. Let me check the settings. There's got to be a way to stop the automatic attaching, because I don't like that. I like to... The whole purpose of having manual attaching is so that I can attach manually. Okay, it's not under game settings. So maybe it's under here. Some of the mods have their own, like, menu settings in here. There's the Lumberjack mod. It's auto light off. Yep. It's not that one. Wouldn't be under... I guess it'd be under controls, maybe? Basically, what we're looking for is the auto... or not auto, but the manual attacher mod. Because it should not automatically attach like that. That's the whole purpose of the manual attaching. Manual attach. There is no setting, unfortunately. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a setting that turns off the automatic attaching. Tell you what, we may have to do this a little bit jank, but I need to get this party on the road. We'll just set it up there a little bit. Alright, that ought to do. We'll attach it, and then we will pull up the ramps. Should be off the or out of the way. Then we'll get this thing back home. Alright, you know what? Give me just a second. Let's save. I'm going to quit the game, come back, and we'll see if that fixes things. I apologize, man. I don't know what's going on with the sound. It's driving me crazy. There we go. Now we have sound. Perfect. We may end up having to trade in this old lowboy for a longer lowboy, because we keep running into the same issues. Also, this lowboy is a little bit steep of an angle for putting farm equipment and stuff on, which is not ideal. Turn off the Jake brake sound. I don't hear a whole lot of dump trucks using a Jake brake. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, let's go through here. Oh no! That could be a problem. I told you these stupid trees were going to get in the way. Gonna have to trim them back. I'll try to stick over towards the edge here. Maybe we can get away with it. Alright, perfect. Our little tree tunnel's starting to become a problem. I have to buy this land and trim that back, but of course if we buy this land, it ain't a whole lot of land to work. Unless we want to do forest stuff. Better stick to the road. Oh, Jesus. Oh, good Lord. Uh-oh. You're fine. Go downhill. Yeah, our old snowplow is definitely showing the wear. It's like, hey, I was not built for this. What are you doing to me? Oh, God. Easy does it. Hit the gap. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Whee! It's nice having the sound, isn't it? That was driving me crazy. Half of this game is sound. You have to have all the engine sounds. Otherwise, what's the point? Alright, we home now, though. Let's go ahead and unfold the... Hello. There we go. Go ahead and shut that down. Oops. Probably should have unstrapped them. Fire up the old case. Pull forward just a hair. And then I gotta try to muscle this thing over. Just give me a second. Go. Perfect. I don't know why the PTO doesn't want to attach. We know it works though. Alright. Floor it! What in the... Really? There we go. Just gotta wiggle it. We got it. Alright. Let's go over here and start mowing, shall we? We got a lot of work to do today. It's time to test this new sickle bar or double bar mower out. I like the sound of this tractor though. When it revs all the way up like that, it sounds pretty good. All right, we should probably start at the bottom area so that we know where our limit is, which is going to be right in this area somewheres. All right, off we go. Now before, let's look at our farmland real quick. Yeah, we're right on the border, so we actually want to turn a little bit this way. Now the first thing that I'm noticing, this may be twice the width, but it is half the speed. That is no bueno. I didn't pay attention to the working speed. Also, we definitely want to be going and making right turns, keeping this thing on the right, but I just wanted to do our border first. we're getting out of the zone here. Bring her back inside a little bit. Now we should be able to go all the way up to the tree line here. Sorry if I keep pausing it. I just don't want to drift outside of the zone. Oh, there we go. Oh, is this just one of those situations where we don't have enough horsepower? Is that what's going on? Like when we're on the hill, is that what's happening? Yeah. How much horsepower does this thing need? Because I feel like we had enough horsepower. I don't know why we're struggling so much. Let me check what we did here. So if we go to our mowers, we look for the double bar mower. It needs 60 horsepower. We've got more than enough horsepower for this. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's going on. New sale, Kuhn VB 3198 or 4535. I guess that's the price. So a Kuhn VB 3190. It sounds like a planter or something. Usually. Oh, it's a baler. It's a expensive baler. I can't do it. I'm gonna go over here and see if we can't upgrade this tractor. How much is it gonna cost us? I think it was $10,000, if I remember correctly, but I might have been wrong. If we can upgrade this to the 125 horsepower version, surely it'll have enough power to pull this thing up the hill. That'll be twice the power required. Otherwise, I have made grievous errors. Let me go in here and customize. Dude, why? It's going to cost us $1,000 to replace the tires on this thing. Alright, so we want to go for the big engine. Oh, it's $20,000. Yeah, that's not ideal. We don't have $20,000. Huh. I might have to take out another load. This is going to be the death of me. Dude, we are going to end up broke if I keep this up. So we need about $10,000. $10,000. We'll set it for 3 years, so it's not super expensive for us. And that'll get us the ability to upgrade to the higher horsepower. So now we're going to have 120 horsepower. Beautiful. All right. Let's make sure we attach. And let's try this again. $120 horsepower should be more than enough to get us through what we got to do. What we'll do is we'll come down here to where we started, and then we'll come up the hill on this side so that we're already going in the right direction. But this has just not gone as smoothly as I thought it was going to go today. If I'm being honest, I was expecting things to go a little smoother. Oh, there it is. Alright, please tell me you can pull this thing up the hill now. Alright, that's better. Yeah, I don't know what was going on before. Like, we have enough horsepower for this mower. I made sure of it. But apparently the mower lies. They probably do that on purpose. The manufacturer of these mowers sometimes when you're doing it, they'll say that they require less horsepower than they actually do just to get you to buy it. And then all of a sudden you're stuck with it and you're like, oh, but I thought I had enough horsepower. And then they can sell you something else, you know what I mean? Well, we got her all sorted now. Kind of. I tell you, this terrain is rough. Especially for early on when we just got small stuff. Hopefully it won't be as bad going forward because we'll be able to kind of use momentum a little bit. Obviously going downhill will be easy. Alright, this should be good. We'll just cut across here. So you can see it does go fast. Like it's a 16 mile an hour working speed, which is faster than our previous mower by 2 miles an hour. But we definitely got to work on being able to get up and down the hills. Otherwise, we're going to have to just drive to the top of the hill and then drive down the hill. But I'm going to try to keep our speed up as best as I can.
Just me, a cabin on a hill, grass up to my knees. Nobody around for miles, time to make my mark. Tractor rumbling slow, 45 horses against the wind, brush hog chopping wild grass low. Let the taming begin. Dust in the air, sweat on my brow. I came here with nothing, but I'm building something now. I'm taming the wildland, one pass at a time. Grass falling behind me, freedom on my mind. A man and a machine with a destiny to find. Taming the wildland and leaving fear behind. No town in sight from the cabin door, just hills and trees forevermore. Oh, nobody watching, nobody knows how far this frontier life goes. But every cut I make, the valley shows a place to stand, a life that grows. I'm taming the wildlands, one pass at a time. Grass falling behind me, freedom on my mind. A man in a machine with a destiny to find. Taming the wildlands and leaving fear behind. Someday barns and fields will rise, and the world will change before my eyes. But it starts with a hillside, rough and free, taming these wildlands, just a tractor and me. Taming the wildlands.
Look at this, guys. Literally from the beginning, where it was all nasty and messy. Now look at it. Looks freaking fantastic. Now, we gotta go get our rake. Rake all this into nice, neat rows, and then we'll hit it with the baler. It'll be a good time. Honestly, didn't even take that long. I wasn't keeping track, but it definitely did not take us that long. I want to say it was about a half hour to do that. If that. So yeah, we'll take this back over here. See if we can drop this right over here. You know what, while I'm thinking about it. Beautiful. All right, let's grab the rake. Still doing good in terms of fuel as well. So this thing must have a bigger fuel tank, which is nice. There we go, we're all hooked up. I think we'll start at the top of the hill and work our way down. This is going to be tough either way. So we want to go up here to the top, and then we'll just do quick little down and backs. I do apologize, it's going to be a little bit weird with the trees and stuff. I will try to keep things somewhat unannoying. Turning a little bit too sharp to the left. I'll have to keep that in mind. Alrighty, so we are officially done with the windrowing. I'm not going to lie to you guys. You guys don't know this, but it is several hours after the first part of this video was recorded, mainly due to the fact that the game kept crashing. Yep, that's a thing. Literally crashed multiple times. Couldn't figure out why. Um, Still don't know exactly why. Probably going to have something to do with the fact that it got almost 1,000 mods installed. But the good news is we've officially got it back. I definitely lost all my progress and had to go back to all the way to the beginning of the episode multiple times because it kept crashing every time I would start. But we finally got through that, and I was able to save and stuff. And I just started saving all the time. So if you guys see me saving a lot, I do apologize, but I do not want to have that happen again, where we end up in a situation where everything that we do is lost. But we're done with that. We're going to go ahead and get the baler out. We're going to try to make some bales. We'll clean them up. It's going to be good. So let me pull this over here. And then, whoops. Wrong buttons. Alright. Beautiful. Alright, let's grab the baler. And let's get to work. Now, the area that we're working on isn't nearly as big as the first area here. So I don't expect this to be anything too crazy in terms of how many bales we get, but we're still going to get a lot of bales. Don't make any mistake. We're going to get a lot of bales. Alright. PTO and hydraulics. So let's get this party started. Now we're going to start at the top of the hill, work our way down, so that we can get out of the shadows. Because I'm thinking what it is as the day has progressed, the shadows, because we're on the side of a hill, have gotten like crazier. I'm wondering if that isn't what the game is freaking out about. But I have no idea. So we're going to just try to get out of the shadows as quickly as possible, work our way down the hill. We should be good to go. Alright. Unfold the harvest, or the baler. And let's get this party going. This is the best part about having the windrows and stuff. It just makes the baling side of things so much simpler. Instead of having to do 80 bajillion laps in the baler, you just simply go down to the end of the row, turn to the next row, and you're good. And the fact that we've got a lot more grass utilization this way is also beneficial. Some of these rows are a little bit tight to get into, but shouldn't be a problem for us. I wonder how many total bales we're going to have for the first month that we've been on the property. Like, it's been a very profitable month, even though we're further in debt than when we started. I think with us getting all of this grass, it'll be a couple of months before we can mow it again. But even so, like next month, we can mow the top section of the property. so that we're not just waiting around for our grass to regrow. Now, I don't plan to do grass all the time. I do want to get into doing crops and stuff. This is just the easiest way to start out. Specifically with smaller equipment and stuff, we don't have the equipment to dig into the ground or anything, so we're just freehanding everything and claiming what nature gives us, right? Sometimes that's what it's all about. Sometimes you just gotta take the hand that you're dealt and do your best. Again, we're not going to end up with every single drop of grass off the field, but it's definitely going to be a much better overall pickup than the first field we had in terms of total percentage of grass taken off the field. Overall, I'm pretty happy with our progress so far in the first month of actually playing. Believe it or not, we've already put over 2.5 hours on our brand new tractor. That's kind of crazy to think about. We don't mess around, man. We put things to work around these parts. The other good thing, the way this sets up when you do these windrows like this, is that we can just drive the truck with the auto-loading trailer right between the rows and pick up 2 rows at the same time. So that's nice. We don't have to worry about having the snowplow in the front to push bales out the way. Everything's nice and neat and uniform for the most part. May not be perfect, but we do okay. It is pretty satisfying to watch the field go from just wild brushland to mowed to raked and now to bales. Like, it's, I don't know, maybe I'm just weird, but I love that transformation. Because, I mean, look at what it used to look like versus what it looks like now. Don't it look a lot better? Now, we will have to sell off some of our bales again. I'll probably just end up selling all of them, because we got to have enough money in the bank to cover our, I think it's $1,700 a month payment on all of our loans. Again, with the revamped finances and stuff that we have, like the loans will get paid off over time. That's the beauty of having it set up the way it is. I like that being able to do. They should implement that into the base game instead of just having a flat loan that just takes interest out every month. I think they should be able to implement the finances mod into it so that your loans and stuff, you get to dictate how long the loan is going to be for. So that dictates how much your repayment is. Like, I love that. I think that's the most realistic thing about this new playthrough in terms of how everything works. I like that. And with the fluctuating like interest costs or interest rates and stuff, like it's pretty cool. So shout out to the mod creators for that as well, man. You guys, the mod creators for Farm Sim 25 and just Farm Sim in general are absolutely bonkers. And they put so much work into this game that we all enjoy. So just got to give thanks where thanks is due, you know. Appreciate them putting in the time and effort to make the game more in depth. Gives the game so much more replayability than without the mods. And there's so much detail with the mods that come in as well. Like it's crazy. While I'm thinking about it, I think I'll go ahead and try to save. Again, I cannot lose that much progress again. That was heartbreaking. that was enough to make me get off the game for a couple of hours, come back, have it crash again, get off the game for a couple more hours before I throw my controller through the window, and then come back and figure out exactly what's going on. And I think we've got it sorted, but oh man, I hope so. There's nothing worse than losing hours worth of content and having to redo it all. The only thing worse than that is when you record all the content and then you realize your mic wasn't on for one reason or another. Been there, done that. So many times throughout the years. That is the absolute worst, because then not only do you have the progress, and you've usually saved by that point, so not only do you have the progress, but you've also ended up in a situation where you've got a choice to make. You either try to narrate over it, which never ends up working for stuff like this, or you just say, you know what, we're going to take it as it is and make it a very low commentary sort of video. It's brutal, man. Man, we have made a lot more bales. It's alright though, we got a pretty easy way to pick everything up. Again, don't necessarily need to get every single blade of grass off the field, but as long as we get the majority of it, I'm happy with it. Because what we don't get now, we can always pick up at the next time that we do this or something. I say as I just start missing everything because I'm talking instead of paying attention. Just try like getting a little bit further over here. These last couple of rows are awkward anyway because they're like mixing multiple rows together. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with how things have gone. Feel like we've done really well for our first month. We've upgraded some of our equipment. We've got a good strategy in place to keep us moving forward. Look at all those bales, man. But they're so uniform. They're nice and straight rows for the most part. Not all over the place. Look like I'm starting to figure out what I'm doing. Also, have you guys noticed all the like background sounds and stuff that I've added with mods as well? There's a mod, I think it's called the More Critters mod or something like that, that changes the ambient sound so that it includes a bunch more stuff like cicadas and bullfrogs and stuff like that. There's actually a train that runs through somewhere as well. I don't know where that train's at, but we'll just say he's on the backside of the mountain for our, lore's sake. Just off in the distance, you can hear a train go through every once in a while. Shove those bales out the back. There we go. Fold that up. So total 2,069. Nice. But total number of bales that we've done this month is kind of crazy. 2,069 bales for 1 month. Not too shabby. Now, obviously, we've got more that we could do. Could pick that up and do that. But again, we don't have to get it all every single time. Because grass doesn't go away like some things. So you can just kind of pick it up the next time. Isn't that big of a deal. But man, look how nice this is starting to look. Just clean. We'll take this baler and park it over here. I did clean up that one little shrub that was left. Thing was driving me crazy. Perfect. Oops. Let's go ahead and disconnect the hydraulics, the PTO, and the actual implement itself. And then we'll bring this up here. Park it right over here. Actually, we probably ought to get some fuel real quick. This thing has actually done a pretty good job of not like chewing through the fuel, thankfully. But I think it's just because it's got a bigger fuel tank on it. But tire wear is at 6% already, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. Let's grab the old dump truck. Pick up the low loader. I think we'll put the low loader over there as well. This spot right between the trees is kind of calling my name. Alright. Take that down. Grab our bale trailer. Beautiful. Put it in operating position, and let's go pick up some bales. And we'll start at the top of the hill again, so we don't run into too much trouble. Well, that couldn't have went worse. Alright. Try this again, shall we? Let's turn on some lights since we're in the shade. Not perfect, but still a lot quicker than what it'd be if I had to pick all these bales up by hand. Beautiful. I think there was one bale that got left behind back here, so we'll have to make sure we grab that. Oh, we're full. Alright, let's throw this bale down here. That way we don't have to like come back and do anything crazy. We can just go along our next line anyway. And then this bale up here. All right. Alright, so trees are right there. Just gotta watch out for that one devil tree and we'll be good. It definitely seems like it's pulling. I just had a heart attack. I thought it was gonna freaking freeze up and crash again. I'm gonna go ahead and save just in case. Lord have mercy, I've got PTSD from crashing. But it definitely seems like it's doing a better job with without the snowplow on there in terms of getting up the hills and stuff. Dude, we are dropping frames like crazy right now. Again, I think it's the shadows. I don't know. Something's not right. We'll get these over here, get them sold off real quick. It should be another $9,000+ in the bank. I apologize for the dropped frames, guys. There we go. Now we'll get this thing back over to the field, pick up the rest of the bales, and then call it a day. The fact that it's still 86 degrees at 5:30 or almost 6 o'clock in the evening is kind of crazy as well in this game. Must have been a hot day, man. Don't get me wrong, I've seen those hot days here in Ohio. We have plenty of them in the summertime. Nice and smooth through here. Watch out for the devil tree. Put it just through the gap. Blam. Perfect. Get over here. You have got to be kidding me. How did I manage to find the one tree? It's all bushes, and then I find the one tree. All right. got the 2 rows left. Really? Really, Bale? Don't test me. Seriously? Oh, maybe I have to be in here. I might go ahead and grab another bale or pallet of bales. I'll hit the straps. Maybe these jiggle around if you don't strap them. I don't think they do, but maybe that's what causing our frame drop a little bit. Who knows? All I know is we got another decent load here. It's going to be, I don't know, maybe $8,000. I can't believe how much money we're making. This is hard economy. Like, I was not expecting to have this much money made off of, you know, just cutting the grass initially. Because wild grass isn't usually worth all that much. You don't get as much yield off of it as you do a regular field of grass. Like when you make your own field. Alright, we're going to aim for this gap right here. Cut through. No, we're still dropping frames. I don't know, man. Something weird. I think it's just the day. Like, we've done so much in essentially one month. Maybe the game is just freaking out at me. Could be. But we're going to get our last delivery done. We're going to have some decent money in the bank. Might even be able to look at, you know, some potential equipment. Trying to think of what would be the next logical choice. I mean, we could get a tedder to create hay, but I don't know if that's really worth. Could look into a slightly bigger baler. Another $7,400. Perfect. All right. Let me grab, while we're here, shut her down. We'll go ahead and save it. We'll grab another bale or another pallet of bale twine, because you get 24 rolls per thing. We use 14 every time we fill it up, so definitely going to need one of those. Then we'll check the market too and see if anything new has come into the market. Baling, consumables, square bale twine. So this is 24 rolls. This is 44 rolls. 24 should be fine for now. Nothing too crazy. All right. Anything new in the machine? I mean, we've got some balers in here, but they're outside of our price range. Wouldn't be a bad idea to find a bigger baler. Oh, that's a manure spreader. Thought that was like a forage wagon or something. Yeah, there's a truck in here, but not a whole lot else. At least not what we're looking for anyway. Yeah, we just ain't got that kind of money. We ain't got that kind of money, man. Seems like everything in here is expensive. All right. Well, in that case, let's think about it. So we've got enough stuff for the grass and stuff. What would be? I mean, we could look for some way to create a field. That would be potentially a good thing. So let's look for like some sort of plow. Like we have a bunch of different plows, and there's a lot of modded plows in here too. Uh, but something like this we've used in the past. Only requires 80 horsepower, so we have plenty of horsepower for it. This is a 6-meter plow. This one requires too much horsepower. I think most of these are going to require too much horsepower. But you can see I got so many mods in here for like small equipment and stuff too that we could be using. But I think this is probably our best bet in terms of overall. So that's $8,000 there, and then we would need some sort of seeder / planter. So if we're going to do grass field, we would need something that's capable of seeding grass, which would just be any normal seeder. So let's take a look at that as well. So yeah, we have these seeders here that can plant grass as well as just regular stuff. So let's get down into the modded stuff down here. We know we got 120 horsepower to work with, so we got to keep that in mind. Something like this, we got a 3-meter working with. .2-meter case. Only requires 60 horsepower. Okay. Got some John Deere stuff down here. 4 meters, 5.2. Again, 60 horsepower. I mean, those are doable. This is like this is only a 3 meters though. Not ideal. We got some like just like seeders for like just throwing seed out. I don't want to do that. I don't think that's really worth it. I think that case seeder seemed like it'd be a good idea. So many seeders and stuff. Like I said, we got a lot of mods. All right, I'm thinking if we go back up here to this case, where'd it go? Is it this one? Yeah, 5.2 meter working with for this case. I think this is like the perfect starting seeder for us. It's $6,000. So we have $6,000 plus $8,000. I mean, that's $14,000. That leaves us with 16. But we would need fertilizer. We would need. Yeah, I don't think we're quite there yet. I think next month when we go forward here, I think next month we go ahead and we cut the top section of our property where we showed in the last episode up at the top. I hear somebody's dog. But once we get that cut and baled and then taken in, we'll have plenty of money. We'll be able to get the new plow for our tractors. We'll be able to get that seeder, and we'll be able to afford seed and fertilizer and all that stuff. So with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I know this was a bit of a crazy episode. We got a lot done in this episode, but it just goes to show as we continue to increase our efficiency, the more and more that we can get done in an episode. So I appreciate you hanging out. I hope you enjoyed. If you like what I'm doing, punch a like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.